guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are working with an old school favorite. If you guys have been watching my channel for some time, you know I have like 5 videos with Eva hair. Evawigs has been that girl. She's been with me for a really long time. She's an old school sponsor, so I gotta do this one right. I know you guys have been waiting for me to do some more colorful hair tutorials. I've been keeping it pretty mellow, pretty easy, and natural colors, but Eva came through for sis and we got some 613 and we're gonna play with it. It's a bob. Let's take her on out. Let's see what she's working with. It's a bob. It's 14 inches. I may even cut it a little bit shorter, but oh god, this hair looks freaking amazing. I don't know what I want to do. It's a frontal wig, so it has that little bit of lace in the back, but it's not a 360. I know you guys have been seeing me do 360s lately, but it has that wonderful Eva wig construction as usual, that durability that I love. I've been wearing I wear their wigs for like, those are my wigs that I can go to the gym and like I can do some damage to these wigs because they always bounce back. Now, I know I'm supposed to be doing my freaking cartoon color story, and I think I have one that I really want to do. The colors are so summery and so fun, so I'm going to do them. And god, I'm trying to figure out if I want you guys to guess or not. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start on this right away. I'm going to let you guys know what kind of dyes I'm using, and we are going to get to dyeing. So just give me a second. The next clip you'll see will be good old on my mannequin head, and we'll get to work. Alright guys, so I basically haven't done anything to this wig just yet. All I've done so far is separate the hair into ponytails, and there's no rhyme or reason for this. I just put some chunks, some lines. Basically, I was just grabbing hair and bunching it up into ponytails. I want to try this method of dyeing really quickly. I kind of just came up with an easier way for me to put a lot of colors in the head and not have to worry about where I'm placing them. I just randomized it. So what we're gonna do is take a few of the Adore colors that I have left over from some other videos. I have Periwinkle, the Indigo Blue, the Electric Lime, and the Sky Blue. And I think I want to mix the Indigo Blue and the Baby Blue actually, so I'll probably be mixing these. And I think, and with the Sky Blue, Periwinkle, and the Electric Lime, I will probably be adding some conditioner to them to kind of dilute the color. So here is that Indigo Blue mixture. Alright you guys, so here is the dye in the hair. It's been in the hair overnight already, which is why it's a little stiff. my camera cut off last night and I had to make some space on my memory card, so I wasn't able to capture me dyeing the entire thing. However, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just kept repeating colors, and I did them in chunks, and I did them in small chunks, big chunks, blah, 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 blah. And this is what we have here. I'm actually gonna rinse this out, and we'll come back with the hair blow dry so you can see all the dimension and the hair. And I'm gonna try to do some styling on camera for you guys because I know I haven't done that in a while. I've completely finished plucking and cutting this wig. It is in a bob style. I wanted to go a little shorter, but I decided to try out the bob style first, style it, and see if I liked it. If not, then I'm going to take the front down and do an all-around short cut in general. And if I do decide to do that, I'll go ahead and do that on camera. I didn't do this cut on camera because you guys have seen me cut my bobs before. So this is just the hair blow dried, plucked, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it and style it and see how I like it, and then we'll move on from there. Alright guys, so you already know what time it is if you've watched my videos before. Now's the time that I sit down and do a quick recap about the hair and my experience with creating the style. So first and foremost, let me apologize for having the same background on like my last 10 videos. I'm being way too lazy to change it, and I just really like this background for the summertime. It just makes me so happy when I'm watching my video, like when I'm editing. So it might be up next video, it might not. I'm gonna see if I can find some different backdrops, but let's go ahead and get into the hair. So you guys already know Evawigs. You've seen them on my channel again and again and again and again. So big ups to Karen for continuously working with me and believing in the videos that I do put out for you guys and the content that I work so hard on. This is their 613 bob. It was in 12 inches, I believe, and I've cut it down to about maybe a 10, between 10 and 8. Let's go for a 9.5 to be fun and whatever. The bob is definitely, it's not all around bob, it's like an asymmetrical type of deal, so it comes down, which is really how I like my colorful hair to be. I do prefer my really colorful wigs to be in shorter form. I think that it just keeps some of the excitement down to a wearable level. Again, I didn't show this haircut on camera, but you guys have seen me cut bobs before. I just basically put the thing in a ponytail and cut it and then evened it up. It's really not that difficult, but if you would like to see a more in-depth tutorial, I'll try to work on that for you guys a little bit later on in the year. It takes a lot to record while cutting, while styling. It's such a long process, and then I gotta make sure the camera, blah, who cares? Anyway, let's talk about the hair. So the hair is very lightweight, so that is a very nice way of saying it is thinner than most natural colored wigs. Eva 613 wigs tend to be on the thinner side. I believe they are, the density is lower on this one because it's also shorter as well. I think it makes it look a little bit more realistic. However, I don't recommend getting this in a longer length. I think it's perfect for bob length, but if it's any longer, it's gonna look thin on you. So yeah, it took me a while to pluck this. The hairs are really close together in the frontal, but that's okay because they don't have that weird solution on the knot, so the hair does come out. It did take me a long time though, and I think I'm starting to get carpal tunnel from doing all these wigs. I might have to take a break because this is not cute. My hand actually is hurting this week. So it took me a long time to pluck this wig, probably about 2 hours to get it to this level. It was just a lot of hair in this frontal. However, the frontal isn't that big. The sides are right here. The back, you get about this much parting space. So on the sides you get about this much, on the back you get about this much. So it goes in kind of like a U, typical for pre-made wigs, but the construction, as always, is immaculate. Eva's Wigs has like some of the best construction in their wigs, some of the best durability in their wigs. They do have the 4 combs inside of the cap. I don't use those in the broad straps. I don't really use those, so you know, use them if you want, but I feel like me and my Gots-to-Be are good to go on most days, so I don't need that extra security. If I do need extra security, I tend to wear my, which is really dirty right now, I'm not wearing it, but my velvet wig band, and that keeps it from slipping and things like that. So as far as the color, I think I need to throw away some of that Adore dye. It has been rocking with me for like a long time. So some of the color I think is a little patchy, and it's 2 things I think is the reason why it's patchy. One, because the dye is like a year old. Also, I mixed it with conditioner, and sometimes if you don't really mix it up really good, the pigment can become patchy in some places because it's not mixing with the conditioner fully, so you have patches of color in places that you don't really want because it's a little more pigmented than in certain other places, if that makes any sense. So if you're going to be diluting dye, make sure you're mixing it up as well as you can. Make sure there are no conditioner clumps, otherwise that's going to change the outcome of your end result. It looks good, it's just in between. I can see where some of the parts are a little more light than I wanted them to be, so just be wary of that when you're going ahead and diluting your colors. The periwinkle has basically, because I use conditioner so much in the periwinkle, it came out a little too light. It came out like more like a titanium gray. It should be more of a lavender purple, but that, again, that's my fault. I'll probably fix it at a later date, but then again, maybe I won't. I also got some foundation in the hair when I was putting foundation on my lace. I have not tinted this lace. I have only foundationed it, if that makes sense. I've only put on foundation. I have not gone in and used my dye to tint it. So basically that's what this looks like. It's not the best blend, but it's blended. It looks good enough for me. So yeah, there's a huge difference between going ahead and tinting the lace with dye and tinting the lace with just powder foundation. Powder foundation tends to give that flashback underneath my studio lights, whereas when you tint it, there's no lighter color underneath, so it's not going to flash back, if that makes sense. As far as shedding goes, I have literally zero shedding from this unit, with the exception of the pieces of hair that I had to get out from when I was plucking the frontal. But now I have nothing. I'm not shedding. There's no pieces of hair on my face. Oh my god, you guys know I hate that when I'm talking to you and there's like pieces of hair falling on my face from these 613 wigs. I cannot stand it. But 613 is definitely a little more fragile than other colored wigs, so I'm used to it. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm used to having shedding, so when I don't have shedding, I'm pleasantly surprised. This hair is literally so bouncy and movable, like it's stiff wear TM. Don't y'all know that, like that, what's that little Twitter video? If I can see it, I'll put it up in the corner if I can find it. But the girl, when she shakes her head, that's what I feel like. Mine's is a little, not as like, hers is winging, okay? But this definitely, has a lot of movability, especially with the amount of hairspray that I put in it when I was making my little pompadour thingy. I had to spray that mug to make sure she got her little lift. But even with hairspray, she's definitely really movable. The color came through amazingly. Like, I'm in love with this color combo. I think it's a little similar to, well, I guess not, because I guess like I do this color combination in different ways sometimes. Sometimes a little bit more blue showing, sometimes a little more green, sometimes a little more gray. But this one I wanted to do, especially inspired by Buzz Lightyear. I just wish the purple would have come out a little bit more pigmented, but again, that's my fault for assuming that that periwinkle needed to be diluted that much. It really did not. And so maybe I'll go in and the periwinkle parts I'll dye over with maybe the darker periwinkle and see how that comes out. Other than that, this hair has performed amazingly. So I don't have any real cons. I think it's just maybe the wig could have been a little bit thicker, but I do like the density for this length. However, if you guys don't plan on cutting yours into a shorter bob or anything like that, then you might want to go with a higher density. I'll have all the details of this wig below if you guys would like to see how I applied it. I'm going to try to put that up on my Instagram because I did film that portion. I'm just not going to include it in the video because it takes a little too long when I'm editing. However, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Brianna LaRue. I'll try to put that down it's in the description box all the time, but I'll try to put it at the bottom of the screen as well if I remember. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you in my next tutorial. I'm going to take a small break. Like I said, my hands are really hurting, but I'll be back to you guys with some new ideas, some new creative styles, and thank you so much for rocking with me. I love you guys so much. Mwah!